When I started this part of my career, I called myself a part-time finance director, which was something of a misnomer since I was working full-time on it, but the idea was that I'd be working part-time for businesses. Unfortunately, other people didn't want to keep it as simple as that and started bringing in new terms like outsourced, virtual and fractional. And of course, as usual, the Americans have won, so we now have to accept the fact that we're all called fractional FDs. Basically, it's the same thing. We work part-time with a business as their FD. The benefits to a business of having a fractional FD are the external perspective that it brings to that business. I know from past experience that when working as a full-time FD, you get into your own little cocoon and it's very difficult to remember that there's a big wide world outside. Because people like myself work in different scenarios all the time, we are able to see a much clearer idea of what is happening, where the problems lie, and how to bring that experience to bear for the benefit of the clients. I'm often asked why a business should think about a fractional FD when they have an internal accountant already. The answer to the question, if it's an experienced internal finance director, is that they probably don't need a virtual or fractional FD. However, it is well worth considering whether, with the development of new accounting systems and artificial intelligence, the full-time role is still required. If the business has a financial controller, the likelihood is that that person is relatively new in their career path towards hopefully becoming an experienced finance director. It would be to the benefit of both that person and the business for the involvement of a fractional FD. The business would benefit from the reassurance that everything is under control, and the financial controller from having a shoulder to cry on, something to learn from, knowledge transfer potential. I'm also often asked why a business should need a fractional FD if they already have external accountants. And the fact is that we do two completely different jobs. The external accountant is looking in the rearview mirror, producing accounts and tax comps which relate to a period which is probably 6 or more months older than where we are now. The fractional FD is very much focused on the future, the commercial management of the business, where it is now and where it is headed. Sadly, it's a typical scenario where a business owner is driving a business forward and then finds that they are being swamped by external demands from banks, HMRC, and other external regulatory issues. The fractional FD will deal with these issues, allowing the owners and managers to focus on what's right for the company and to drive it forward.